Ну что ж, доброго времени суток, друзья мои. Я постфактум сейчас хотел как раз записать видео на данную тему. Просмотрел после просмотра интервью с Владимиром Путиным, российским президентом, и я уже сказал свое мнение небольшое, высказал там по данному поводу. Вот сейчас загрузил видео. И сейчас хотел бы просто еще поговорить, разобрать кое-какие моменты, просто детально проанализировав это все интервью. Ну, в принципе, как я уже сказал, там, да, все понятно, все известно, все доступным языком изложено, все факты, все, как говорится, ответы на вопросы там даже не завуалировано, а прямо, конкретно, приводя в пример истории, факты из истории, приводя в пример, значит, другие какие-то моменты. На удивление Карлсона мы несколько раз видели его реакцию, большие глаза он делал. Ну, понятно, не мудрено. Почему? Потому что со всем уважением к Таккеру Карлсону, уровень подготовки и уровень образования в России и в США — это, конечно, просто небо и земля. Поэтому тут, конечно, положение проявления интеллекта Владимира Владимировича, оно зашкаливает, можно сказать так, да. Ну, если, конечно, я не думаю, что он использует там микронаушник, потому что, ну, по сути, в основном любой человек, выпускник школы, особенно советской школы, а особенно если человек учился в университете в Санкт-Петербургском государственном, то есть там вступительные выпускные экзамены, это как обычно история и все от начала создания Руси, Киевской Руси, до вот сегодняшних моментов, сегодняшних времен. Поэтому, чтобы не быть просто голословным, я скажу еще раз, что я, например, помню прекрасно свое поступление в университет, и у меня там были вопросы касательно, например, Куликовской битвы и битвы с тевтонскими рыцарями, то есть Александра Невский, период Александра Невского и период Ледового побоища, и на Чудском озере, да, шведов на Неве, там, как Александр Невский разбил, ну и так далее и тому подобное. То есть, да, и знание, это любой школьник знает, спроси у него, да, должен, по крайней мере, знать, кто такой, там, я не знаю, хан Батый, например, да, или кто такой, там, не знаю, Мамай, да. То есть человека, да, тем более, если уж он работал в КГБ и заканчивал там наверняка школу КГБ и подготовку, какие-то определенные курсы, то разведка, контрразведка, естественно, ну, туда дураков просто не берут, как бы, да, извините меня. Поэтому уровень, знаете, это не обывательский, это не любительский вообще уровень. Хотя вот для, может быть, СССР тех времен это действительно было нечто такое супер. Это не было супер выдающимся, наоборот, а это было просто обыденностью наших родителей, обыденностью для наших пап и мам знать вот эти прописные истины. Вот. Что, естественно, удивляет, допустим, того же Таккера Карлсона, или удивляет того же тех же других ребят, которые совершенно никакого отношения, ничего абсолютно не имеют за душой, за плечами, никакого образования, никакого образовательного процесса, ничего и никак. Вот. Я сейчас вот закончил эту съемку, закончил свой спич на английском языке. Он, к сожалению, не записался у меня полностью, и почему-то видео не записалось. Ну, видимо, такая судьба. Надеюсь, что это запишется. Я надеюсь очень сильно. Почему? Потому что ну, должно вроде бы. Так, огонек мигает, значит, все пишется, да? Да, есть звук, есть. Вот, хотя жалко. Но я могу, в принципе, еще сделать несколько слов, также перейти на английский и просто рассказать, да рассказывать вам, что я хотел вам сказать. Мои дорогие англоязычные зрители. Ну, во-первых, first of all, I just I says like in the previous video, I says speech and conversation with Vladimir Putin in interview. It's really kind of very big pleasant things for me, for my ear, because if you're listening smart person, it's really already pleasure. And what I cannot say about like Biden, or I cannot say another European leader, or you know, it's like level of the middle school, you know. And Vladimir Putin, it's really highest level of the politicians, uh, and high level of the just smart person, high level of the human being, and what he said, and how he thinking, the way of his thinking, way of his thoughts. It's remind me myself when I just was in the university student, and when I went to like finished school and went to university, I really want to know everything like him, like you know, any kind of smart and intelligent people in St. Petersburg, where I live also, and studying. And I want to just say, like all the time when I talk and I have conversation speech with the people in Europe or people in Australia or America, I always feel confused because they didn't get what I want to say. They all the time like we have misunderstanding, or like, conversation like become weird, because if I want to say A, they understand and accept is like B, or they just accept as a C, D, or anything. And because you know that very important our background, sure, but also very important the education itself, because when the peoples don't have these habits, they didn't read the books. For example, you guys watching this video, when you last time reading book, what kind of book, which kind of book? It's also important, like if it's normal book, if it's normal, you know, historical books, it's just science, or you know, some kind of useful information is good. But if it's just, you know, some militaristic love story, you know, or Harry Potter, it's just, you know, not serious things. And it's easy to say, but it's difficult to have conversation with, for me, especially like when I am living abroad, and I just little bit get tired, because people really usually cannot understand what I want to say, as I told before. And uh, they sometimes, like even when I start to make lessons, to make guitar lesson, it's it's very it's very difficult to you know, have this conversation a little bit, to turn off air condition, because as you see here it's a bit hot, but now it's become quiet more and softly. And finally I just can take a rest a little bit and just explain to you exactly my mind, my opinion about this interview, about this vision, about this life, life in Australia, life in abroad. I want to tell you in general here, people just uh, they just quiet, you know, they like sleeping, and just, you know, they didn't have interest so much about politics, or even if they have some interest about politics, they kind of, you know, too much focused, you know, kind of about they planting, gardening, they just mostly here like farmers or, you know, engineer, maybe something like this. So they don't know so much about music. They're not so much deep about it. They not so much deep studying. So they didn't know actually anything. So I think uh, for them that's why it's more easy to judge, because also propaganda works. And if somebody says, okay, on TV or all mass media around and neighbors and everybody, like somebody say, okay, Putin is bad, it's main evil, he's dictator, he's against LGBT or against something else, and there are some kind of, kind of opposition politician opponent, he just delayed, cut everything. He did not let the people breathe, and there are no freedom, something like this. But what I want to say, just it's when I live in Europe, science 10 years I spent in Europe, mostly in Italy. There are no freedom. There are no democracy at all. They just, if you see their mass media, it's all bullshit. It's liar and same thing, like just washing brains. Same things I can tell you, like it's in USA, in America, in Australia, something like this. So there are no freedom, there are no option to say something what you really want to say. Here, no, not like you maybe imagine, like they are full of bloggers, everybody like just here different laws, sure, and maybe like nobody will be attack you on the street, or maybe someone could attack. It also depends, like if you're a strong big man, maybe nobody will attack you. But if you're just small teeny girl or something like this, so you need to be careful. And when you come back at night at home from the school or something, you need to be careful, not be kidnapped or something. So and or stolen something, be aware of pickpockets always, so it really depends of your also luckiness, and depends of many things. But as I remember, and as I say, like when before I used to live in Italy, Europe, I was every year was disappeared something or stolen or something like this, always was kind of somewhere on the street, some accidentally stole a phone, or somebody stole my camera or something like this, because I'm usually also, when I'm traveling and live between like Milano and Venice, Milano, go come back. So always was something like a little bit problematic, a little bit difficult and strange, many strange peoples, and even I was twice, 2 times was lost my passport, or somebody stole also my passport. Something happened always, like, and even if you just it's happened in camping site like in Venice, like Marina di Venezia or somewhere else, and it's even I apply to police, what can they just make reports, okay, just for me to go to embassy and recover my passport. They did not search like with like Sherlock Holmes, with this, like who is this, who is this stole your passport, maybe we can find. They will be just with dog, with something like nobody cared, nobody checked camera. I said there are cameras in camping site, can you check please? There are something like it's lazy, need to report. The police even did not check, even though don't do this anything. So, I just wonder, like, for what then they do these things. Like, people pay taxes, people something to do something there, and anyway. So I realize that there are no democracy, and it's really kind of objectively things. It's not just my opinion, subjective opinion. It's really objective opinion. It's really true opinion. So and basically that's what I mean. Why the war happen usually in the world between countries is because of misunderstanding, because misunderstood, not only because of different cultures or different background, because people misunderstood each other. They don't want to also understand each other. They don't want to kind of find some solution. They don't want to hear each other. They can listen each other, but they cannot hear each other. And believe me, it's two different things. Hear and listen. Listen and hear, it's two different things. So yeah, like, lock the door and close the door is two different things. Door can be closed, but cannot be locked. Or if the door locked, it doesn't mean closed. Or maybe it's also same things, but not the same. Similar, but not the same. So people's really in our time, in our historically, civilization time, they have this kind of, TikTok mentality. TikTok mentality, which is like, they want everything fast. They don't want to think. They don't want to analyze. They don't want to have this possibility to have this analytic brain. They want to just everything fast. And young generation, young kids, they just prefer. I don't want to look like an old guy who just judge young generation. We were same. And we now same. Yeah, they want to everything and now. I want it all. I want to know all. I want it all. I want it now. Like Freddie Mercury from the Queen singing song. So, but now even more complicated and more kind of situation, more weird, because really now young generation, they really want to just like dancing, like from TikTok, dancing. Look how I'm sexy. Look how I'm pretty. Look my ass. Okay. Put like, subscribe. That's all. That's all what they want. Nobody want to seriously. But if you want to get some result, you must to study. You must to learn guitar. You must to practice in guitar. You must to spend a lot of time for this. But they think no, I don't want to spend. I want immediately have some result immediately. But I say this is impossible. This is impossible because people are learning, studying all their life. Open the light. There are more. People all their life studying. They learn something. They just do some education, researching, do PhD, something like this. They want to be perfect. They want to, and as I also a perfectionist. I want to make better and better. I want to get better and better. My level, my quality, my level of my guitar, and everything. I don't want just be like stuck in the same level. When the people ask me like, "Oh, where did you learn guitar? How long you learn guitar? Where did you learn guitar so fast?" I just say, I just still doing. I'm still doing. I'm still learning my guitar because I'm in process. I cannot say I'm already deep, because always you open something new, and always you, if you just even buy new guitar, or you just try new sound, you connect new amp, or you connect just new guitar, or you whatever, you just start new things to learn. You like you open something new, and you start to be like, wow. But people lazy to do. They find it boring to play kind of everyday practicing. They boring to practice every day. They boring to like do tailing this like. So they boring to play this thing. Chromatic gum or a normal scale, They want immediately have result. it doesn't work, guys. Like this, it doesn't work. You need to be patient for learn, try to do something new. It's pity to say this, but it works like this. It works like this. And for example, if I try to show you something, if I try to play and show you some sound, like I'll show you now, you probably will say, oh, I want to do now, right now, the same things, but if it will be take long time, when I just say, like people, how many time you must practice? I say like you must do practicing every day 5-6 hours for get this level, for just hours and hours, spend 100,000 millions hours, something like this. They don't want to learn this. They want to do immediately right now. So how can I tell them, like, if you need help? So people just, they believe and want to only get what their brain can accept. If something out of their understanding or something very kind of like, because I don't know about it, when I talk with people, you need to really know with who you talk. Like, yeah, so Putin was brave because he asked Tucker Carlson, like, are you by main education historical, right? Right. And he starts from this topic, and it's very important. Like if you learn history, or if you just don't learn anything, if you just know like only A, B, C, D, something like this. So it's difficult to have then conversation, and then you will be not sure, you will not know if your opponent or your friend with who you talk will be understand you or not. So that's why I say, yeah, let's say like this, like also depends on this language and cultures. People sometimes like we talk something, but we put different meaning in the words, so it depends of your background, depends of like your education, depends of many things depends. And even this like lick which I playing, or another things which I playing on guitar, how many hours and time I spend it for play more or less okay. It's always charge and take the time. It's always like depends uh, how many times you could be able to spend for learning guitar, for practice guitar, for be kind of perfect for playing. The people even lazy to do this. They just okay, like learn some chords. I'm lazy to learn this vibrato, you know, which I showed you now. One second.